All right, you guys can hear me now. Hold on. There we go. I don't know why my GoXLR just glitched out. I had to kill the app. Welcome to the Daily Grind. Happy Tuesday. I'm your host, Chump Change. This is live and recorded. For anybody that might be new here, what we typically do is go over crypto news in the space. I update myself, bring you guys along for the ride. Sorry for that hiccup. That's never happened before, actually. That was weird as hell. It like literally just froze. I couldn't unmute. Anyways, all right, let's get into this. Actually, let's say hi to everybody and then we'll get into this. Mr. Charles Harris in the house. Good to see you, buddy. We got Dakota Miner. Let's see, Jason Lee Master, if that's how you say that. Lee Master. I'm not sure if that's how you say it. I'm sorry, I probably butchered that. Big Black, what's up, dude? Lawnmower Man, good to see you. DJ Mines, my man in the house, all set. Carl Coate, good to see you. Charles Harris, thanks for being a member for 2 months, dude. You're awesome, dude. We also have Kyle Rosa, member for 9 months. Good to see you, buddy. Thanks for being here, and I appreciate that very much. GD, what's GD stand for? Good day, maybe? Could have had my baby CCXD. What does that even mean? Kyle Rosa, what are you saying? All right, guys, this is already getting unhinged. Let's see what we're looking like today in the market. Bitcoin 65,742. Everything looks like it's having a fire sale today. I know you guys are probably panicking. Well, you know, little Timmy's panicking because the pullback, they don't like to see $5,000 pullbacks in a day. Kind of crazy. Realistically though, it needed to happen. We've went up so far in so quick a time. We need to have normal price action, right? So it's nice to see a little shakeout before the halving, only 18 days before. Again, 65,739 for Bitcoin. We have Ethereum 3316 as of right now. Solana is at 180 bucks. Solana is probably going to explode past 200 on the next rise. We have Caspa. I bought $500 in Caspa this morning before I jumped in the shower, just before this stream on my Tangem. It's so easy to swap. It's not, I'm not even joking, and I'm actually going to get some ADA. I'll do that live on the stream. I wanted to wait to do that. We have ETC at $30. Let's see, LTC still holding up pretty good, actually. It's over 100 bucks. Wow, kind of shocked there. We have Dogecoin at 18 cents. Shiba's down 8.51%. I need somebody to pump that because I got some of that. I want to dump it, but I want it to get to a certain price point. All right, again, flash sale, fire sale on everything. Today's the day to buy, not to freak out, just so you guys know. All right, on the day over here, crypto bubbles looking like core. I don't even know what this is. It's the only one that's up 19.5%, $3.21. What is this? Does anybody know? Does anybody know? Because this is the first time I saw it yesterday, and I didn't look into it. I haven't had a chance. Actually, my little girl is 5 today. Today's her birthday. It's crazy. So yeah, I've been trying to get stuff done in the studio so I could actually celebrate her birthday with her, and I'm not doing stuff around the house. Dogecoin down 10.8%, Pepe down 13.2%. We have Render down 7.8%, Floki down 10.4%, Shiba down 8.6%. Everything's down like close to 10%. WIF is down 10.7%, Jupiter down 11.2%. We have ETC down 8.5%, Beam down 7.5%. I'm not going to name all these, but everything is literally having a pullback. So again, fire sale and flashbang. Fear and greed index, we are at a 79. Extreme greed. So again, when this needle's over 75, that's when you guys need to prepare for some sort of pullback, or at least know that it's coming, right? Because things happen. It's gonna happen every time we see extreme greed everywhere. Yes, typically we get back that needle before 75, right? And yeah, I don't know, it is what it is. You guys take it as you will. All right, so let's see what's the trending coins today. Cat coin, whatever this is, 29.2% up. We have prop base and constellation. Those two are down, but those three are trending. Anyways, top 10 coins by coin market cap over on CoinGecko. We got Bitcoin, Ethereum, Tether, BNB, Solana, USDC, XRP, Lido staked Ether, Dogecoin, and Cardano. Again, Cardano is a fantastic buy, at least in my opinion as of right now. And again, I'm going to swap some in a second on my Tangem, or swap for some rather. 58 cents. Looking, I've mentioned this the last couple of days on the streams. Again, I'm not affiliated with these guys at all, and I've never had any Cardano until like last week. I think I bought some. $3.09. And the biggest deal about this is the fact that every single bull run, Cardano pops off. Again, that's 2017 bull run, 2021 bull run. It pops off to some sort of new all-time high, and that was significant on the last one. I'm expecting probably greater things are an easy 6x from here. So 58 cents, that's a stupid cheap Cardano, at least in my opinion. Caspa I think is gearing up for a big move. I don't know when. I don't think anybody knows when, but typically falling wedge patterns indicate a bullish move coming, right? Kind of building a flag type deal, right? It's happening. So if you look at it, take it as you will, do what you want. I don't know. I put 500 bucks in because it is flash sale right now. That's my opinion. Let's see. Thank you for all the birthday wishes in there, and Mr. DJ Mines, we'll talk about that in a second. Thank you very much for the link. All right, let's see. Anything else popping out at us? Litecoin 22nd place. I'm still shocked. Litecoin's doing very well, over $102. That's awesome. Perfect. Mr. Max Voltage is probably very excited that he's winning his bet for at least this moment. I don't think he's here, but him and DJ have a bet with the percentages, and Max loves winning, but he hates losing, so he's gonna cry so hard in the corner later. It's gonna be great. It's all right though, as long as it keeps the same energy. It's all DJ cares about. ETC in 29th place. Let's see. Dog with hat kicked up to 33rd. $3.8 billion market cap. I still can't believe this coin has a $3.8 billion market cap. What is happening? That is disgusting. Absolutely disgusting. Who just became a member? Mr. Midwest Mining. Thank you, dude, so much for the gifted membership. GT Man was gifted. Congrats, buddy. Make sure you link your YouTube with Discord and you'll get access to the VIP chat. Render is down to 9.33 cents. $9.33. I actually got an order filled at like 10 bucks around there, and I just put another order in for like 8 something. I forget. It was like 2% down from where it was when I put it, but it was a limit order, so maybe I'll get some more render at some point if it wicks down any further. But again, today's the day to buy. That's just my opinion. This is that core coin. Let's see what it says. What is it? Max. Oh god. February. All right, so it came out this year, beginning of this year. See, like, I don't like this. I don't like this at all. Like, I would never invest in this. That's cool that it has a sweet pump, like that's cool, but like, this is just greed. When things come out and they fall off like immediately, I just feel like the devs are just taking all the money out of the project and they're just, you know, fighting to survive. That's my opinion. I don't know how you guys feel about that, but I would never invest into something like this unless this I don't know, in a year from now, if this chart looks much better. I don't even know what it is. That's just my first like honest opinion on it. Oh, it's actually got a couple different exchanges. Damn, decent amount, 10 of them. Holy hell. All right, well, I don't know what this project is. Let's see. Rug pull incoming. Yeah, who knows? I don't know. Someone could definitely just pump this to rug it again, but again, who knows? Anyways, all right, real quick, let's I want to do this this Tangem thing, because I need, if you don't know what Tangem is, I'm not being paid to talk about them, but it's honestly the best wallet in my opinion, and it's super easy to swap inside of, so I'm going to show you guys that now. But it's like 49 bucks for a 2-card set. I have the 3-card set just in case. Put it in 3 different locations. 63 bucks, literally the cheapest freaking wallet ever. But I'm going to go buy some ADA right now, and I want to show you guys how easy this is inside this app. If my app would load, give me a second. But yeah, again, ADA 58 cents. All right, let's see. So actually, there's a feature too on this thing, right? If you take your phone, I don't even care. I'll show you guys full transparency on this. Doesn't matter to me. This is my Cardano in here, right? See how it's got the stars? If I just like flip my phone down and then back up, it shows you the balance, which is weird, right? I only got 459 bucks in there. I put 500 in the other day. All right, so if I want to swap it, I just hit the swap button. Stupid easy, right? Oh god, this camera, pain in the ass sometimes. All right, and then I hit the thing in the middle because I want to get some Cardano, so I'm going to change. I know you guys can't really see this, but hopefully you can see that, right? USDT. Sorry for the ring light, I know that sucks. I'm going to put 200 into ADA. This is what it does. It literally shows you what you're going to get. Then you just hit confirm down bottom, or swap down bottom. Then I got to type in my pin code, and I got to swipe my card, and it tells you to scan your card. Just boom, put it right to the back of my card like that at a 45, and done. Now it says it's exchanging. Close. I go back here, you can see, and you can actually see the active exchanging. It's so fast, and it's like the easiest way to swap for Caspa. So this is literally what I do when I see prices are down. So I just put 200 bucks into Cardano. I think it's a good move, to be honest. You guys do what you want. I just want to show you how freaking simple it is to swap with Tangem. Now let's move on to the mining segment of things. All right, getting into this, you guys don't like to timestamp this stuff. So Bitmain Antminer KS5 Pro 21 terahashes, $129 a day. That's kind of bad, actually. It was like 150 the other day, but obviously, again, price of Caspa is way down, so these prices of these units are going to be way down. And the facts that Caspa's miners have been holding the top of these charts is my reasoning behind why I think Caspa is just going to continue to go up, because these miners are going to force the price up because people are going to get so greedy buying into them. Do you know what I mean? So it's kind of like I feel like it's a win-win, but again, you guys do what you want. KS5 20 terahash unit. This one is making 123 bucks a day. We got the KS5L. This is the new one that just came out, 12 terahash unit, about 13,000 bucks, $70 a day, which is, I mean, honestly, that's really not that bad. I think this unit's pretty cool, but I would rather just buy the Caspa than buy the miner, in my opinion. BMKS Max 11 terahash unit making $60 a day. We got the Windminer K9 making $59 a day. We have the KS3 8 terahash unit making $44.46. Let's see, the KS3M dropped below the S21 Hydro. Wow, look at that, $30 a day on the KS3M, and the S21 Hydro unit is 35 bucks a day. That's crazy. Micro BT What's Miner M63. I don't even know what this is, but this is a $31 a day machine, almost 32 bucks. Damn. The X16P is making $24 a day. Look at that. The L7 has been killing it. I know Dogecoin had a pullback, but this shit was like 20 bucks a day yesterday. Isn't that crazy? That's crazy. $16 as of right now. Sorry, Crypto KJ said you make $129 a day. Sound bad. Oh, I make $129 a day. Sound bad. That's still $4,000 a month. Yeah, you're right. You're right. It is, but you're paying $30,000 for the machine. That's like how many months you gotta wait? 4, 8, 12, 16, 20. I mean, realistically, you're like what, 7, 8 months till you break even on that machine if you pay that much for it. So just buy the Caspa. I think you'll make out a little bit better, to be honest. After the 7 months, that's, you know, obviously all cake from there, but I don't know how that, I don't know, it just doesn't sit with me right. I feel like I would rather just buy the Caspa. Bitmain S19K Pro, again, still mining Digibyte, is the most profitable at $10 a day though. At this 120 terahash, I got my units down at Terra Hosting 10 cents kilowatt hour because my electric rate is like now 30 cents, and it's disgusting. It makes me want to throw up every day, but it is what it is. Mr. DJ Mines sent me something. Oh shit, let's see this. Next up is the Lithium, the focus of your upcoming miner. Oh, they're having a poll. Lithium is overrated. When Pigeon Miner, says Retro Mike. Oh my god, how have you not seen that, everyone? That's so great. That is great. Lithium would be amazing. Love the project. DJ Mines. Oh, Retro Mike, I was trying to give you a heart and I clicked into it. That was great, Retro Mike. That made me laugh. Well, I don't know. What do you guys think? We'll click true. 82.9% true on that poll that Gold Shell has up. Wow, interesting. That's neat. That's crazy. I wonder if that's gonna happen. What do you guys think? You think Lithium is gonna have an ASIC? I don't know what's gonna happen, but I hope it I don't know. I don't know. I really don't. It could be really good or really bad for the project. Let's put it that way. Oh, by the way, that Cardano came through. It's super fast. Oh, I lied. No, it didn't. It's still exchanging. Caspa already came through. It just is sending to me. It's already exchanged, but it's sending to me. All right, let's check out GPUs. Check out GPUs real quick. See what the most profitable coin is. Looks to be Gram. Nice. Anybody mining Gram? Or this Whosat? Is that what that is again? Whosat and Gram on everything. Raven. What? Is that Raven? Welcome to the party, little buddy. Look at this. RTX 3090 and the 3080 Ti mining Raven coin. Holy hell. That's wild. Hypera is still on for the 3080s, but Graham seems to be freaking every card. Every single card, Graham is the top of the charts right now. What's the price of Graham, actually? Let's just check. What is the price of Graham? Is it really not on CoinGecko at all? I guess we go here. 6 cents. Huh. Just under 7 cents. Neat. Very, very neat. That's crazy. All right, check out the event halving list real quick. You guys know. Oh, by the way, Ironfish just had an algo change, hard fork to Fish Hash. I don't know if anybody cares. I do not, because Ironfish is a goddamn scam. My opinion, not yours, just mine. And that is the greatness of this free country. We can have our own opinions. You guys do what you want, but I don't trust that coin. That's just my opinion. Bitcoin Cash, 29 hours until the halving. 6.25 block reward to a 3.125 copying Bitcoin, which will be following that one in 18 days. Again, 625 to 3.125. We have Radiant RXD that is going down in half as well. 50,000 to 25,000. I almost said dollar. 25,000 coin block reward. We have Bitcoin SV, again, 6.2 to 3.125 in 11 days. eCash, whatever this is, XEC, if anybody's into that, 6.25 to 3.125. And Isotope C from 32 to 16. So that's like the next 18 days. Ooh, look at Pyron's having a block reward reduced from 17 to 14. So it's like a, what was that, 5th inning or something? Maybe less. I don't know. But anyways, I didn't even know they did that. Nice. ETC's coming up too. 57 days. Oh, damn. Oh, damn. Things are coming up quick. I guess we'll stay on top of this chart. Let's check out the new coins. New coins. Ooh, we have a new one. 3 days old. Vertex coin. I don't know what this is. Please be very, very careful when you're downloading any sort of wallets. But if you come down here, these are the websites and stuff. Fuck it. I'll go into it. Fast, secure, simple with Vertex coin. Vertex, is that how you say that? With Vertex coin, we want to bring back roots of crypto to make crypto the way it should be. We aim to make Vertex network fast, secure, and seamless, allowing everyone to gain access to the crypto world. Sounds like every other coin. Yeah, you guys do your own research. Please do not dive into new coins unless you want to take the risk, and do not download the wallets on your main computer, please. You will get hacked. You might not, but who knows? You might. It's a very, very strong possibility. All right, let's move on to this. Bitcoin set to explode higher. I chose to came to Anthony Pompliano's channel because he doesn't cut it off early like CNBC when people are arguing. So we're going to see what they got to say over here on CNBC television this morning.
Welcome back to Squawk Box. Take a look at Bitcoin prices this morning. We're just hovering under $70,000 right about now. This month expected to bring the next Bitcoin halving, in which the reward for mining cryptocurrencies drops by half. Joining us right now on All Things Crypto, Anthony Pompliano, Pomp Investment founder, of course, and partner. Good morning to you. We were trying to figure out, on one end, it's like a risk-on situation. On the other, it's arguably supposed to be a hedge, and it's very hard for me to get around the idea that it's both, though maybe you have a view that it is. Then there was the halving that's coming, so that's sort of an idiosyncratic one piece of the puzzle, but not something that's like an ongoing piece, so you could argue it is in certain ways. And then you have the ETF, which was also sort of an idiosyncratic moment in time. So put that puzzle together for us.
Yeah, Bitcoin is the most exciting asset in financial markets because of what you just described. It's this highly complex thing that everyone's trying to figure out. And I think for some people, it is a risk-on asset. And for other people, it is a hedge against inflation or a store of value. And so if we just look at
Can it be both?
Of course, it can be different things to different people. Right now, I think one of the most interesting parts about this is if you go and you talk to someone on Wall Street, why are they buying it? they're buying it because they want the price exposure via the ETFs. But if you go and you talk to someone maybe in a country where they actually are worried about somebody seizing their assets, they're buying Bitcoin because they literally want to make sure that they can hold on to the economic value. And so you have an asset that this is not unique just to Bitcoin in the sense of some assets serve different purposes for different people. I think Bitcoin, because of its global nature, because of the decentralization, and because it was adopted by individuals before the institutions, we're just seeing it kind of exaggerated as we watch the asset become adopted. Now,
as you guys know, this was during the pullback yesterday. Excuse me. We're at 65,000 or so on Bitcoin right now.
We just hit a really important milestone before the halving. We just had the highest weekly, monthly, and quarterly close for Bitcoin.
Right.
And so the last 4 times that that's happened, Bitcoin has appreciated at least 300% through the rest of the bull market. Right. Doesn't mean it's going to happen again, but to have that happen before the halving, it's kind of like the demand shock happened. Now we're going to have the supply shock. Right. And so it's hard just to see how the prices continue to go up.
I want to ask you this question, and it goes to the risk on versus the inflation hedge. So I just got back from South Africa, and I literally asked everybody who was around when I was in Zimbabwe, in Zambia. By the way, the rand has done terribly. Of course. Right? It had been inflated away. Horrific situation. And I would ask anybody who was around, very wealthy people, folks who are middle class, folks who are at the bottom of this, and I said, do you own any Bitcoin?
Yeah.
Almost to a T, they said no. That actually was not a thing. And this was, and by the way, this was, I mean, it wasn't.
Well, how easy is it for them to actually acquire Bitcoin over there? That's like one of the other things you got to think about.
Scientific study, but a lot of people I asked about Bitcoin because I thought that the conversation we have around this table is that somehow the unbanked and everybody who's in these countries that is struggling with inflation is buying Bitcoin.
Yeah.
And
no, they're not. Well, you know why? It's because they don't have the extra, disposable income that we are grateful for, or some people, in this country are grateful for. You have disposable income, unlike other places where it's like really tough to live.
At least from what I saw, they're not. And then I went to look at the flows, and it also is true that they're not.
Yeah.
And by everybody, he means like he probably asked like 3 people in the airport.
Math does not suggest that the hedge argument on inflation is actually a real one. And I just wonder whether it's sort of used to sort of sprinkle fairy dust to other people who then are speculating. I think there's a lot of people out there that are speculating and want it obviously to go higher, and it's a risk-on asset. That's my take on it at the moment.
Yeah, so I think it depends on what country you go look at, and I'll give you kind of 2 examples, one that supports yours and one that will contradict it. If you go to somewhere like Nigeria, it's definitely true that people are buying Bitcoin, and I don't know why it's happening in Nigeria and not in South Africa, but we see that. Then if you go somewhere like Argentina, there are some people buying Bitcoin, but there's a lot of people who want dollar-backed stable coins, and they actually want the dollar, not Bitcoin. And so I think country by country, you're going to see different adoption of these technologies. Now, what I will say, though, is you don't have to go to emerging markets to find a reason why people want to buy this, right? If you look at the United States dollar, it's lost 25% of its purchasing power since 2020. Bitcoin is up 800% during that same time period. And so if we go back to 2020, if you remember, Paul Tudor Jones, Stanley Druckenmiller, many people came out and said, look, I think it's an inflation hedge. Now, hedges are always this weird thing where people expect you buy it and then inflation explodes the next day. But instead, what we've seen is that Bitcoin is a free market asset that trades forward looking. And so Bitcoin's rise, it's up. We have 7 straight months of Bitcoin in the green up till this past month. And so why is it going up?
And
some of it is the ETFs. Well, inflation is coming down year over year, but it's actually, but inflation is actually going up month over month.
It's anticipating the next easing cycle. That's what it's anticipating.
So you could argue, one, it is anticipating the next easing cycle. You could also argue the alarm bell is going off, and actually inflation is not coming down month over month. It's going up, and people see that, and they're buying Bitcoin. And so Bitcoin going up is telling us, wait a second, inflation is a bigger problem than we actually thought.
During the hiking cycle, it went from 65,000 down to 17,000.
Correct.
You don't think the majority of people that are buying the ETF today or even buying underlying Bitcoin are doing it because they think the train is leaving the station and they want to be on the train? And that's what this is about.
Why would they have thought the train's leaving the station at 25,000?
I love Joe. This guy, Joe, he cracks me up because he always gives Andrew shit every time he tries to talk about Bitcoin because he has no fucking clue what he's talking about.
Well, I think unfortunately what happens, as you know, is people like to get on the train once the train has practically left the station. That's how this is.
It went to 17,000.
That's true too, though. People love to FOMO into shit, and I don't get it. It's like something psychological in your brain when you see prices going like skyrocketing, you're like, oh shit, I don't want to miss out. And then most people miss out because they bought it and the thing dumps, right? You lose. But I don't know. If that happens to you, please just hold it. Don't sell it and panic sell it and freak out if you're new here, because like literally it's the dumbest thing you could do. Just buy more when it drops, and kind of it will average out your price and you'll be somewhere in the middle. All right, just please.
Why would people, when it's dropped from 65, when you were looking at it from 7,
Right.
you know, and like, why would anyone buy this after?
I think there was a lot of people who were very nervous about it after FTX and the collapse.
That's what I mean. So why?
Right.
What do you mean they're getting on the train when the train is turned around and
I think
gone
they
into
see
the
the
toilet?
No, I'm saying that I think that now they see the ETF, they see it moving back. They think,
Right,
okay, now
25 to 40, I think, was speculation on the ETF was going to get approved. 40 to 70 is definitely the ETF flows are here. But I think, again, going back to where we started the conversation, is this is a highly complex environment where Bitcoin is serving different purposes to different people, and one that makes it attractive to a lot of folks.
But I guess what I'm saying is it may serve different purposes to different people. But if you told me that 90% of the people were in my mind, this is my own thesis. I think 80 to 90% of the folks who are buying this thing are buying it because it's a risk on, the train is leaving, or I think the train's leaving, and I want to get in on the action. And that there's another 10 or maybe 20%, maybe, who have this sort of inflation hedge idea that around their own exposure to their own currency.
Look,
but I don't think it's a 50-50 thing. I don't think it's a. You see what I'm saying?
Well, what you're calling out is just a societal trend, right? We've become a society of gamblers. If you think about it, we have zero-day options. Now we're more than 50% of options trading. We have sports betting, right? We have meme coins trading like 1980s boiler room, penny stocks. This is all happening. And so, again, why is that occurring? The dollar has lost 25% of its purchasing power in 4 years. We have $1.1 trillion of credit card debt. We have 43 million Americans that have federal student debt. The average balance is $37,000. People have lost hope. They do not have hope. How are you supposed to live in a country where it is cheaper to rent than buy a home in 50 major metros? You don't have hope. And so what do?
You think this is a lottery ticket? This is a gamble?
I think that if you go and you buy a lottery ticket, it's 300 million to 1 odds. I think there's people right now saying, you know what, a meme coin has better odds than a lottery ticket. I think there's.
Holy shit. That's actually a really good point. That's a really good point. A meme coin has a better odds than a lottery ticket. I don't think that's inaccurate at all.
There's a lot of people who say
pick your asset. If you want to pick your asset for the greater fool theory.
And if you guys, by the way, if you guys have no affiliation at all, Phantom Wallet is a free app on your phone. If you guys don't have it, totally recommend it. If you guys are into like meme coins, Solana swapping for meme coins on the it's all Solana network stuff, right? So every Solana meme coin is pretty much swappable inside that app. It is so freaking easy to grab meme coins like that. I'm telling you, it's a great wallet. Just save the seed phrase. Don't link it to anything for airdrops. If you're going to put a lot of money into it, yada yada, you know the deal.
Is NVIDIA? People, trains leaving the station, and I got to get on it.
I don't disagree.
Pick your meme stock, pick your, your commodity.
It's not a stock. You said meme stock, Joe.
Cocoa, pick whatever you want. I mean, there's no doubt that when there's liquidity everywhere, that it's going to chase assets and things. But I don't think that because that's one of the reasons it goes higher doesn't undercut the fundamental case for that asset. That you have to on a case by case basis. That is
the fundamental question, and we don't and only
I
5, 10, 20 years from now we'll know the answer.
I think there are people that do understand it that don't have.
They stop playing the music. Did you hear it? They stopped playing the music because they want them to shut up. They
want
them to stop playing.
About the fundamental underlying.
There are people who have certainty. Whether they should or not is a question.
Understand
Another key piece is Bitcoin is a decentralized organization that has no marketing team, right? And so price is the marketing of Bitcoin. When the price goes up, speculators come in. But what ends up happening is when we get those drawdowns, some of them stick around and become kind of Bitcoin believers. Some of them do leave.
I mean, Netflix is a great asset. It's either worth $800 or $170. You get the train leaving the station and it's up to $800. You get the train comes back to the station, it's $180. I mean, it's an asset that people watch, subscribers come in, they have new hit shows, they do all that. There's no questioning the underlying asset value, but on any given day, greater fool theories or
well, I mean, the
momentum or euphoria?
If you own a company, you own a percentage of that company, you own a percentage of the revenue, you own a percentage of the earnings that come through. I mean, that's the argument. If it's a company that pays dividends, you get a percentage of that.
You got to do Graham and Dodd, you got to go way down the line.
Graham and Dodd is productive asset.
You got to go way down the line to where you hope. I mean, with a stock that doesn't pay a dividend, you can't say that.
No, but with a stock that has earnings, with a company that has earnings, you get a portion of the. That's the difference between a productive
from the dividend.
and
if you get the dividend, you don't. It doesn't flow through until
you still say this is a productive
but
asset.
You're hoping the dividends go up over time. You're hoping dividends go up over time. It's not even dividends.
If you don't pay a dividend, you still have a percentage of the earnings of that company, and you figure that will make your stock more valuable over time because the earnings that the company's kicking off.
That's the concept. That's at least the conceit.
Anthony's just laughing. He's like, well, these guys are just arguing. It's great.
But to go and see something trading at 200 times revenue.
Mr. Pompliano, thank you so much for joining us. Thank you, guys. They're going to continue this debate during the commercial.
It's not profitable. That's
trading at 200 times revenue, it has to do with.
And it has no profits.
We're back to whether it's.
Oh, God. CNBC television actually cut that off like a minute before it actually ended, which is funny on their channel because I scrolled to the end to see if it was longer, and I was wondering why it was. Anyways, let's look over here. Bloomberg Technology, Ledger, CXO, watch miners ahead of Bitcoin halving. Let's see what they got to say over here. Actually, did I hit that like button? I did. Guys, that like button, please. Appreciate you for hanging out. I hate asking, but YouTube makes me. Let's do it.
When you're thinking of the halving, are you expecting everyone's going to be a flurry of anticipation to have more, to own more as the supply becomes more limited and it does drive up the price?
Well, I think the halving is a great opportunity for people to learn more about what Bitcoin is and how it works. You know, I mean, Bitcoin, it's designed to mimic precious metals in that the more you mine it, the more difficult it becomes to mine. And going into this halving we have an unprecedented setup because we have hit an all-time high on a weekly, monthly, and quarterly basis. Prior to the halving, which is something that hasn't happened before. In the times that's happened previously, after you have, this weekly, monthly, quarterly all-time high, you've had an appreciation of 300%. Right. So, the setup of the halving is interesting because it's a financial endeavor for the miners, and you can learn a lot from watching what the miners are doing going into the halving, and they've been investing, so they've obviously been betting their businesses on the price of Bitcoin going up, and it looks like they're about to win their bet.
I like the comparison with literal mining of metals or commodities, call it what you will. And I find those data points interesting. When you say machines, I think you mean the compute, right, to run this. And you're also focused on the hash rate, GPUs, which has been accelerating. Why are those
GPUs? You can't mine Bitcoin anymore unless you use like unminable or something, but it's not technically mining Bitcoin, but yeah.
Data points that you're following?
Well, because what you're doing, and if you're looking to the miners to see what they think is going to happen after the halving, then what you're doing is you're saying, okay, well, what's the break-even point for them? So at the current, at the current rate of Bitcoins being created, which is about 900 per day, the break-even point for them is a $32,000 Bitcoin. So they've been investing all year long, even knowing that after the halving, the break-even point for them will be $64,000 Bitcoin. So even back in January, when the price of Bitcoin was between $40,000 and $50,000, they were still investing, betting that the price of Bitcoin would surpass that $64,000 mark. So now Bitcoin's hovering around $70,000. And then what you have is, again, as I said, you have about 900 Bitcoins being created on a daily basis. After the halving, that will go down to 450 Bitcoins being created on a daily basis. But you have this new event, which is the Bitcoin ETFs, which are driving a demand of around 2,500 Bitcoins every day. So, there will only ever be 21 million Bitcoin. 19.5 million of those are already in existence. All of those have come into existence via this mining process. And if you just look at the supply side, we've had kind of a we've had this demand that's been created by the ETFs, and then now you're about to have the supply shock of the halving. So I think it's very simple supply and demand, and also now Bitcoin's been around for 15 years. So it's been hardened, and we've had a long time to look at it, and we've looked at these cycles many times. So there's no guarantee that the past will predict the future. As I said, we've never had this all-time high in advance. of the ETF. In advance of the halving. The ETF is a new way to buy Bitcoin. So there's a lot here that's unprecedented. But we're definitely looking at past cycles to try to predict the future.
Ian, we are asking a lot of your own expertise in this domain, and I wondered just how decentralized is the mining community at this moment? How much are they able to be redeploying yet further and further capital into compute, into, well, ultimately the economics that you just walked us through?
Well, it's global. It chases cheap energy. Because the cheaper that you can run the mining operation, the more profitable you can become. Also, the compute that drives mining, has improved tremendously between the last cycle and this cycle. So, it's a global business, but again, these are businesses, right? So, the question is, what will they do after the halving? How much of the Bitcoin that they've mined will they need to sell and then put into the market? Will they be able to keep their machines online because it's profitable to do so, or will they need to unplug some of their machines because the profitability has gone down? That's why it's super interesting to continue to keep an eye on the mining business and to see what investments they're making and what bets they're making.
We're talking about the halving because it's due in April. Look, we've had a pretty robust debate.
18 days.
In the last week, Ian, with Jack Mallers, who was on the program, the Strike CEO. Mike Novogratz came on the show last week and made the same argument. They basically in the camp of there's only 21 million Bitcoin ever, and therefore price only go up, Bitcoin go up. For that,
there's also like 5 to 7 million or so, they say, have been lost forever from people with old hard drives mined back in the day, have no access, lost the keys, yada yada.
Simple reason. But one of the interesting data points that I track at least is liquidity in the market. I get it on the supply side, but there's a lot of trading that goes on basically. Are you in the camp of only 21 million Bitcoin ever, so it only go up?
Well, I'm in the camp of we lead digital lives and we will have digital ownership in our digital lives. And there is a new invention here. I think this is what people often kind of overlook. They look at only the speculative side, but I've been working on the internet since the early 90s, and I did digital music for 20 years, and I was a big part of the fact that you no longer own your music collection. You rent it. So Bitcoin has been the tip of the spear of digital ownership. And I think that we will have digital ownership in our digital lives, and yes, because you have this truly scarce digital ownership asset, which is behaves like a precious metal. I think, look, if you own pesos, you want to own dollars, and if you own dollars, you want to own Bitcoin.
Not wrong, definitely not wrong. Shakespeare said I missed one option in the poll. He said shorting Bitcoin. I said good. I hope you lose all your money. All right, real quick. What was it? I was looking at CoinMarketCap, and then I'll bring up one more thing. So this Ironfish, I know they went to Fish Hash, but this is why I don't trust it. They came out, they listed it like $15, if you guys didn't know. And then like this right here looks like a rug to me. Like the devs just rip all the money out because they're greedy, and then it just tanked. It has been rising since everything, but I guess only time will tell. Ironfish is one of them coins I will never be into solely for that reason. And then also Crypto KJ, look at this, dude. The all new Jasminer X44Q is about to make a stunning debut. Stay tuned for updates. Holy shit, look at this thing. Perfect. 7.8 gigahashes or 7,800 mega hashes, plus or minus 10% at 780 watts. That is sick. Perfect. That's insane. And this is typically an ETC miner. It might do ETH hash coins as well. It probably will. The X16Q can do both ETH hash and ETC hash. So yeah, man, that's freaking awesome. What do you guys think about that? I wonder what the price will be when that thing actually debuts. It'll be interesting to see. All right, let's move on. CNBC crypto world. Bitcoin drops below $70,000 to kick off April. Let's get into it.
Today, Bitcoin drops below $70,000 to kick off the week. A federal judge dismisses Custodia Bank's lawsuit against the Fed, and Samir Karbaj of Hashdex discusses the asset manager's new spot Bitcoin ETF, which started trading in the U.S. last week. Welcome to CNBC's Crypto World. I'm Talia Kaplan. Crypto prices in the red to kick off the month and the new quarter. As of noon Eastern, Bitcoin dropped 3%, falling below $70,000 after holding above that mark throughout the weekend. Ether fell nearly 5% to $3,400, and Solana tumbled nearly 4% to $188.
Everything actually looks worse than that right now. Let's just double check. Everything is terrible. Fire sale as of right now. Gotta be buying. Telling you, Timmy's.
Today's pullback has hardly put a dent in Bitcoin and Ether's massive first quarter, though. The cryptocurrencies soared 66% and 59% respectively, driven by ETF hype, growing crypto optimism, and more. Now, this new quarter has more potential catalysts too. The Bitcoin halving is just a few short weeks away, and that will tighten the Bitcoin supply by cutting the reward paid out to miners in half. There's also the potential for rate cuts coming from the Fed, which is typically good news for crypto markets. But there are also some uncertainties in Q2. We're keeping an eye on the SEC, which is set to decide on spot Ether ETFs. The chances those get approved are much less certain than the Bitcoin ETFs back in January.
Well, yeah, because Ethereum, or the SEC is going after Ethereum in some sort of way, form, or fashion. And we read an article actually the other day saying that Ethereum was trying to do some sort of upgrade that'll will lessen the requirements for the nodes by deleting older transactions on the chain or something, or like getting rid of them or something along those lines. I'm kind of paraphrasing. I'm not exactly sure what it said, but it was around that idea. Yeah, I don't know. It seems kind of sketchy. Seems like they're trying to hide some shit. I don't know. What do you guys think about that? And Mr. Max Voltage said, I've been buying all the way down. Perfect. My man. Appreciate you, Max. Smart.
Okay, let's talk about the top stories. Pomp Investments founder Anthony Pompliano joined Squawk Box this morning, where he discussed Bitcoin's performance, crypto investing, and the upcoming halving.
What's up,
we just hit a really important milestone before the halving. We just had the highest weekly, monthly, and quarterly close for Bitcoin.
Right.
And
we actually had, for the second time ever since 2012, 7 green monthly candles in a row.
4 times that's happened, Bitcoin has appreciated at least 300% through the rest of the bull market. Right. Doesn't mean it's going to happen again, but to have that happen before the halving, it's kind of like the demand shock happened. Now we're going to have the supply shock. Right. And so it's hard just to see how the price doesn't continue to go up.
Next, a federal judge dismissed Custodia Bank's lawsuit against the Federal Reserve. The Wyoming-based digital assets-focused bank sued the Fed back in 2022 after the Federal Reserve Bank of Kansas City delayed a decision on Custodia's application for a master account. That's basically a bank account for banks. Then, in 2023, Custodia amended its complaint after the Fed denied the bank's application completely, citing fundamental concerns. Well, on Friday, a Wyoming judge upheld the denial, saying that Custodia wasn't entitled to a ruling ordering the Kansas City Fed to issue a master account. Now, Custodia still holds a Wyoming bank charter, but it's a major setback for the bank looking for more direct access to the U.S. money supply. Now, we reached out to Custodia for comment, but haven't heard back yet. Last, Craig Wright, the Australian computer scientist who claimed to be Bitcoin investor Satoshi Nakamoto, had his assets frozen by a UK judge. Back in March, a British court ruled that Wright is in fact not Satoshi and ordered him to pay more than $7 million in court costs. Well, last week, a UK judge endorsed a worldwide freeze on his assets to ensure he couldn't move those funds offshore. Wright had already shifted some of his assets from London to Singapore after the trial, which the judge cited as part of the reason for endorsing the order.
Oh boy.
All right, for our main story, Hashdex became the 11th asset manager to enter the crowded spot Bitcoin ETF field last week when the firm's new ETF started trading in the U.S. I spoke with Samir Kirbaj, CIO and head of products at Hashdex, about the new ETF and what makes it different from its competitors.
Fake Satoshi gets his assets frozen, says Cedric. Yeah.
So back in January, the SEC approved 11 spot Bitcoin ETFs and 10 started trading here in the U.S. the very next day. Yours only started trading last week, more than 2 months later. And so the big question is, what was behind the delay?
Yes, that's a great question. So first of all, it's important to note that this product has already been trading since 2022. So we launched the Hashdex Bitcoin Futures ETF back in 2022. And the main goal we had of this product is that its structure would allow it to be converted to spot whenever the regulators were comfortable with it. So that's what we did throughout the last few months. We started a conversion process to make it a full spot Bitcoin spot ETF. That process took a little longer because this fund is differentiated from the other funds, has some characteristics that makes it different from the other funds. One very important point is that it's also allowed to trade Bitcoin futures contracts. And I can talk a little bit about that later, but this makes the product be a little bit different than others, and it needs the review from the National Futures Association. So we had to go through multiple reviews from regulatory agencies. That's why it took a little longer than others.
So do you feel Hashdex is at all at a disadvantage because your spot Bitcoin ETF is the last to hit the market?
Yeah, not at all. Of course, like we'd love to start like along with others, but we are long-term focused. And we see both this product and the Bitcoin investment as a long-term game. So we believe that over the next few years, there's going to be a lot of space for growth. We're very happy to have this product available in the US and to have an agenda to work with regulators to like potentially bring new products to market. So we think this is the big first step that we've done in the US. We've been like offering crypto investment products and ETFs outside of the US for a few years now, more than 6 years. We have a lot of experience running crypto ETFs. So, we're very happy to have this product available and looking forward for the coming years.
So as you mentioned, Hashdex has extensive experience running spot ETFs in several regions around the world, including Europe and Brazil. What else makes your product stand out? How is your spot Bitcoin ETF different than your competitors? And you touched on this, but I understand the newly converted fund will invest at least 95% of its assets into spot Bitcoin, while up to 5% of the fund's remaining assets can go into CME traded Bitcoin futures contracts and cash, as well as cash equivalents. Can you explain how your product works exactly?
Sure. So this product is different from others. Like the other products are a grantor trust. So they're only allowed to hold Bitcoin. And this causes a problem when you're handling cash creations and redemptions, which is what the SEC has allowed so far. And we introduced the solution of using the futures market, the CME futures market, which is a highly regulated and liquid market, to make a more efficient cash creation and redemption process. And after we hold the futures position, we can convert that futures position for a spot position on Bitcoin. So the goal of having this small allocation to futures is to allow an efficient bridge between cash coming from creations and redemptions and spot Bitcoin. So that's the first big difference of this product. It needs to have at least 95% allocation to spot, but it can have more depending on the flows we see on a day-to-day basis. And this is not uncommon for ETFs. It's important to highlight. There's a lot of other ETFs like S&P 500 ETFs that are allowed to have up to 20% allocation to futures. And they do this to allow it for a more efficient hedging of cash in the portfolio. So that's kind of normal for the ETFs. We're introducing this as an innovation for Bitcoin ETFs. And another big difference of this product is that it has a different custodian than most of other products out there. So the first custodian for this product, the primary custodian, is BitGo. And we believe that over time, especially institutional investors and financial advisors will value this diversification of custodians.
So clearly, there is a lot of competition among the spot Bitcoin ETFs here in the US, with 11 trading right now. So do you see consolidation happening, and what will it take for the products to survive?
Yeah, so I think the first important thing is to look at the long term. Crypto-focused asset managers like Hashdex will look at this product as a long-term game, and as part of like a big offering that over the coming years will be built around crypto. And we really value the relationship we have with financial advisors and institutional investors. That's what we do. That's what we've been doing for the last 6 years, mostly outside of the US. And that's what we start to do now in the US. So I would say the crypto-focused asset managers will look this at a long-term game. Maybe other managers will see this more like a product getting profitable or raising certain assets. Otherwise, they would shut down the product. But the way we see this is as a long-term game.
Now, you wrote a piece last month about what's next for Bitcoin. In it, you acknowledged that you didn't anticipate the crypto recovery would happen so quickly. You pointed to a few factors converging to create a, quote, perfect storm for Bitcoin. This includes positive macroeconomic factors, the upcoming Bitcoin halving, and the launch of spot Bitcoin ETFs, which caused a seismic shift in demand. Can you elaborate on those factors?
Sure. So the first one was a big surprise. So we had, of course, like positive expectations for inflows on Bitcoin ETF, but I can say right now that the inflows we're seeing so far are way bigger than the most optimistic investor would think about. So this is creating a shock, a demand.
Larry Fink said that the GBTC, is that what it is? No, it's IBIT. Is it IBIT? Man, I can't remember. Let me know the ticker in the chat if you guys know. But the Bitcoin ETF is the greatest performing ETF ever in the history of ETFs. It's only going to get better, and the more people that come in to the space and actually create their own ETFs or allow allocation on their platform into these ETFs, it's gonna freaking explode. IBIT, all right, yeah, I know. GBTC's grayscale, right? That's the one that the money flows are coming out of. But yeah, IBIT is BlackRock. Thank you.
Bitcoin. So it's a kind of demand that we never seen before in Bitcoin. We've seen this before in other countries. Like I said, we've seen this in some countries in Europe. We saw this in Brazil. We saw this in Canada when the ETFs were introduced. But the US capital market is just so big. And in other, it has...
My man, fundamentals. Appreciate you. Thank you for becoming a Chump Change VIP. You're awesome, buddy.
Orders of magnitudes in terms of demand. So we've seen a huge demand shock coming from those ETFs. In less than 1 month from now, we're going to have the halving event on Bitcoin, which is when basically the inflation rate of the network drops by half. So we're already seeing an imbalance between supply and demand, and that's only going to grow after the halving. So this will create a situation where we're going to have a demand shock and a supply shock at the same time. And the macro environment is helping, is positive for an emerging digital store of wealth like Bitcoin. So, I mean, we're very optimistic about the next 12 to 18 months. We believe that we are starting another bull cycle, and it's going to be wild.
Okay.
Don't sleep, Timmy. You guys should be buying. Flash sale. Everything is on sale. Look at this. I think Solana's going to go crazy. Solana's going to go crazy on the next rip up, and so is Caspa. ETC, I think, is going to explode just because of Ethereum alone when the ETF thing happens. Or if it happens. I'm sure it will. Just a matter of time. But yeah. Anyways, all right, let's move on to the videos. I haven't seen this. I want to see what it's about. Crypto market's about to go crazy. April 2024. Again, the halving is only 18 days away. This is over on Altcoin Daily's channel. Link is in the description if you guys are interested in him. Let's do it.
Bitcoin has just closed its highest monthly candle in its 15-year history, with the halving just about 16 days away. Bitcoin supply flow.
Can we just like acknowledge the nice hash is always freaking wrong on this calendar or this countdown thing? Just acknowledge that they're always wrong every single time.
Is about to be cut in
always
half.
like 2
this
days earlier.
Could not have come at a more opportune time for Bitcoin holders. As we see, the current Bitcoin supply flow is not enough to meet demand. Spot Bitcoin ETFs bought 66,000 Bitcoin in March, while miners only produced 28,000.
That's crazy. That's a crazy difference. That's almost 3 times more. I mean, it's closer to 2 times actually, but that's you imagine we're literally getting this number cut in half. So imagine if that was half, and that's all we produced, and this is how much they soaked up. And the thing that's crazy is if you guys if you're not understanding the ETF, right? So these big guys that have to hold the Bitcoin for the ETF allocations, right? They have to hold enough to cover every ETF that people buy. So all of this money that's over here in Bitcoin is just sitting in a wallet in their account, and it's not hitting the exchanges. It's not going to be coming out of that wallet. It's just going to be sitting there. I mean, they're able to trade whatever's extra, as far as I know anyways, but they're not allowed to trade anything that's allocated for an ETF with somebody else. So it's going to get crazy. The amount of Bitcoin on the market is going to be non-existent at some point.
He produced 28,000. And it's not just Bitcoin ETFs. It's individuals like Michael Saylor. It's companies like MicroStrategy. Its other entities, like Tether, now holding over 5.1 billion worth of Bitcoin to back its stablecoin USDT, they're adding Bitcoin to their balance sheet. Smash the like button, guys. More people need to know about this because the fact is, taking a look at Bitcoin on exchanges, available supply of Bitcoin is running out. Look at this sharp drop as price rises. There's just not enough Bitcoin to go around.
That's crazy. That chart. What is this price? So that's the USD price, and then exchange balance total. All exchanges BTC 3 million down to almost $8,000. That's crazy.
The next 9 months are going to be.
Wait. Hold on. That's not right. That's not right. I'm looking at. No. That's not right. Sorry. That's 2. All right. You're gonna be on this side. 3 million to 2 point whatever it is. 2.8, 2.3, something along there. Million. That's like still. That's a lot. That's a shit ton. This is the price of Bitcoin. Sorry, I was looking at the wrong.
The next 9 months are going to be wild. Make sure you have a plan. Make sure you subscribe to our YouTube channel.
Shit would have already been to like freaking millions of dollars by then. All right, let's
talk altcoins. I'm extremely bullish on.
Is anybody into Shiba? Is anybody into meme coins big? Let me know if you guys are. Throw your meme coins in the chat.
Altcoins, particularly where we are now in the cycle. Altcoins are going to be where you and I make the most money. Think about it like this. The biggest asset manager in the world, BlackRock, is using Ethereum, and the biggest crypto company in the US, Coinbase, is building a layer 2 on Ethereum. None of us are bullish enough on Ethereum and the
I know you guys hate Ethereum, but listen, talk shit or make money. You guys are going to make money if you're investing into Ethereum. Not financial advice, but it's most likely going to happen. BlackRock is no fool. They are not going to get into something for you guys to lose money or for their people to lose money. You understand? It's a matter of when, not if, with the Ethereum ETF, in my opinion. Guys, do what you will.
Altcoin market. I don't know if you realize this, but Ethereum is finally ready for the masses, with over 5 million weekly active wallets now on Ethereum L2s.
And L2 transactions actually were dropped. The fees, I guess, were dropped down a bit with the Denkun upgrade or whatever. But the L1 fees still suck ass.
Like, this is really exploding.
So that needs to be fixed.
And
hopefully.
Coinbase's L2 is seeing a huge surge in its DeFi activity. On March 30th, Base just hit 1 billion in daily trading volume. Look at this. This is amazing. It has also overtaken all leading L2s in terms of daily transaction count. Is Base the new Solana? You tell me. Ethereum is still looking extremely good to me, particularly when you see metrics like this. Ethereum staking rate soars past 27%. 27% of the Ethereum available supply is being staked. The signal is clear. Confidence in the long-term success of the Ethereum blockchain is sky high. In addition, Ethereum in smart contracts just blasted by 37%. Holders are locking in more Ethereum and not cashing out.
Oh yeah, they're not cashing out because it's going to cost you like 10% of your profits to cash it out with the freaking fees. DJ Deathstar said, Jasmine, Digibyte, Shib, Crow, H-Bar, Graham, Ape with Hat. Ape with Hat is a thing. Those ape coins, man, they just, I don't know, they're a mess. Jasmine, though. Jasmine's one of those coins that I heard about a long time ago, and I'm freaking kicking myself in the ass for not getting into it. Is anybody into Jasmine? Let me know.
At the same time, exchange reserves are plunging. Scarcity squeeze in the making. Ethereum is gearing up for an epic moonshot. Take a look at this. Just like Bitcoin, Ethereum on exchanges has never been lower. Ethereum is a deflationary asset, my friends. Bitcoin's supply flow decreases, Ethereum's supply decreases, and most...
I hate when they talk about that. Ethereum supply decreasing because it's unlimited. You guys didn't know. That's what this little symbol stands for. Let's go to it real quick. CoinGecko's not going to load, is it? There we go. Ethereum. You go to it, you can see max supply is infinite. It can continue to be printed. So this is the only thing that makes me nervous about Ethereum. Be honest. The government grabs Vitalik by his nuts and squeezes a little. They can make him print just like the government prints to fix problems or try to fix problems.
People haven't realized the implications of this yet.
It's the only thing I'm nervous about. I do think Ethereum is going to go up a lot, but that makes me nervous.
Most people haven't realized that Ethereum is here to stay. Chainlink is the universal gas token for the digital asset ecosystem. Propikeys, a project bringing real estate on-chain via NFT addresses and landmarks, has integrated Chainlink's automation.
Ogre said, I heard Jasmy coin is the only approved coin by the Japanese government. You know what? That might be why it's freaking raising like crazy. Or rising like crazy. Interesting. I didn't know that. Chainlink. Does anybody have Chainlink? Let me know.
Base to help distribute staking rewards. Tokenization projects continue to choose Chainlink. Listen, I could play you a clip from Sergey Nazarov talking about big picture what they're doing. This would be a very exciting clip I could show you. I'm more interested in sharing with you one of Chainlink's biggest integrators and biggest partners, Swift, what they have to say. Swift,
all right, so that is the truth about Jasmy. Interesting. Interesting.
Or the Society for Worldwide Interbank Financial Telecommunications, is a global messaging system that allows banks and financial institutions to send and receive encrypted information, including cross-border money transfer instructions. Swift is the largest international payments network in the world, with over 11,000 members in more than 200 countries and territories. The system daily processes almost 38 million encrypted transactions worth trillions of dollars in currency. We finally have some insight on what they're most proud of working with Chainlink, what they've accomplished. The product lead, Thomas D., reflects on how the collaboration between Swift and Chainlink helped prove that existing infrastructure can merge with the new world of blockchains. Listen to this. This is very eye-opening.
First, I'd like to say I'm quite proud of what we have achieved because, as Sergey was explaining, we sort of have bridged, I believe, a bit two worlds, the traditional one and the new one. We've made it clear that you can use existing infrastructures to actually have an impact on this new technology. And that we've done by combining first existing flows. So we use something that makes sense in the current context and business way of working. We then used the Swift infrastructure to connect via Swift to the blockchain in a seamless way. So we build an abstraction layer which protects participants from the complexity of joining the blockchain, and they can talk exactly as they talk today, obviously with some tweaks here and there so that you have a purpose and you're driven by the technology a little bit, but really to a minimum extent. And then we were seamlessly connecting to CCIP, providing security and robustness in terms of executing the intent that was expressed in a Swift message on the chain. I really think this is a key building block, actually. It's something very interesting for the market to reflect on and to try to use. And we didn't only move assets on a single chain, we also executed the movement across chains with this protocol provided by Chainlink. So I'm really curious to see how this construct will be used in the future, because I believe there's a lot of potential.
Hey, LA locals, linked in the description.
Nope. Showing that. Chainlink, a lot of people are saying they do have it in the chat. Interesting. I don't have any, to be honest.
Is now a good time to sell your Bitcoin for Cardano?
No, don't sell your Bitcoin. Just buy Cardano. What the hell?
Is now a good time to buy Cardano in general, according to several.
It is. I've said this for like days, for at least a week. Cardano is a sick buy. If anybody's just joining, look at this, 58 cents. I just, at the beginning of the stream, I put $200 into it because why not? Look at the max chart. Okay, first off, $3.09 2 years ago. Every single bull run this thing kicks off. 2017, 2021. You think it's not an easy 6x from here? You're crazy. Easy 6x from this point. At least my opinion. And yeah, there is 35 billion already out in circulation. There's only 10 left to go, so take it as you will.
Several different price metrics, technical analysis. It is. Cardano is up against major support against Bitcoin right here. Every other time this has happened, Cardano eventually bounced right back up in a big way. In addition, taking a look at moving averages, confluence on a 2-week time frame, ADA has shifted from red to vibrant green. ADA has shifted from...
That's crazy. Look at that. So it makes this little hiccup here, and then it has a moonshot. I mean, that's technically going into the bull run, though. Because the halving and then whatever. So like once the halving hits, we usually take a couple months before we get into it. You know, the Bitcoin halving, that is. And then
from red to vibrant green.
But once it flips this guppy, I think it's called like super guppy, if I'm not mistaken. Once it flips this from red to green, it typically stays green until the end.
You remember the last time that happened, mirroring the onset of the 2020 bull run. The 2-week chart is flashing strong uptrend signals accompanied by green waves. Could history be repeating for Cardano? And by all accounts, it does kind of seem like this major Bitcoin and crypto bull run that we've been witnessing for the past 3-6 months, Cardano not really as much a part of it as Cardano fans would like. In fact, Cardano still a top 10 crypto, but seemingly going to be flipped by Avalanche, Shiba Inu, Toncoin, Polkadot, or maybe even Chainlink in the time being. Unless you think TA charts like this are correct, now could be the perfect time to buy Cardano. You tell me what you think. The world is changing at an incredibly rapid pace. The Fed Chair Jerome Powell just went on record, and although he said no plans for a CBDC anytime soon, clearly they're thinking about it. Clearly there's a bigger plan. I'm going to play you 60 seconds of this clip. You tell me what you think. We have a lot more to talk about this week regarding altcoins and crypto, and a lot more to talk about this year. Make sure you subscribe. Listen to Jerome Powell give his most updated thoughts on a CBDC. Tell me what you think. Tell me if you believe him.
And it would take legislation by Congress signed by the president to give us the ability to do what we think of as a CBDC, which is really a retail CBDC with the public of it. So we're just a long, long way from that. What we are doing, and I think what every major central bank is doing, is we're trying to stay in the frontiers of what's going on in digital finance.
What the hell was that? What the hell was that noise? Did you guys hear that, or was it just me?
And it has many, many different areas. You know, it has applications.
Sounded like a GoPro when you stop recording.
In wholesale finance, in the payment system. And so we to serve the public, these issues have become very front burner in the last 5 or 6 years. We need to be knowledgeable about all that. So we actually do have people trying to understand things that are, but it's wrong to say that we're working on a CBDC and then we've secretly got a lab here where we've got one and we're just going to spring it on Congress at the right moment. We don't. I haven't at all in my own mind made a decision that I think this is something the U.S. should be doing. I just think it's something we need to understand, and we do have people who are keeping up with that as part of the broader payments landscape.
Awesome. Well, shout out to Altcoin Daily for that, and shout out to Panera Cards. Thank you so much for the Matic and some Litecoin. You're awesome. It's pending now. I can see it. You're awesome. I really appreciate it. Thank you so much. All right, let's move on. I haven't watched this video yet. This is from 2 days ago. Solana price about to explode. I want to see what he has to say about this, because I do agree that Solana is going to explode. I just don't know how high. Probably close to $1,000, $500 to $1,000 would be my guess in this run, if it can actually not keep crashing and shit. I don't know, but these meme coins are doing crazy, fantastic things for Solana. So let's get into it, I guess, if it's going to work.
Solana's price is about to get very volatile. 100% this is happening. I'm sure of it. This is me trying to give you...
Oh, Cedric, don't say that. The CIA is watching you. That was the secret line connecting to your network. Dude, I don't know what that noise was, but it made me weird. That was definitely a weird noise.
Good information. Keep in mind, I like Solana. I hold Solana. I want to see Solana keep going up. I want to see Solana win. And I think Solana will keep going up and will win in a continued bull market. Realize, however, that Solana is already up 1,000% since its bear market lows. We were talking a lot about Solana down here around $10. We were talking a lot about Solana here around $20. And of course, we still cover it regularly. Make sure you subscribe for daily crypto updates. If you're interested in making money, subscribe to Altcoin Daily for daily videos, keeping you informed and giving you an edge. I see a lot of people excited about Solana right now because the price is up so much. And there's good reason for the price increase. I'll update you on this in a second. However, I think a lot of people are being fooled and don't see the change that's about to happen. Hey, question, at what price did you buy most of your Solana? Are you up on your Solana primarily, or are you more down on your Solana?
Sustainable crypto, I know. Chump talked about it at $19, I know. And a lot of you guys got into it. And again, Dan R., thank you so much for sending that the other day. He sent me some Solana. But yeah, legit. I talked about it at 19 and I was like, man, this is a really good buy right now. And I wish I was just yeet all into Solana, because holy shit. It freaking exploded.
It's going to be interesting to read some of your comments. For me, I bought a lot of Solana last cycle at around $125 per coin. I bought more Solana when it was around $20 in the bear market. You remember me telling you that I was buying Solana here. Here's the thing though. I think a lot of people, more than some like to admit, bought most of their Solana around here. I think
Crypto KJ, all right, I know, right? Crypto KJ gave me the heads up on Dog Whiff Hat way back when. Like legit, he mentioned it in the VIP chat, and I was like, these meme coins, I don't know. And then every meme coin and their mother was just like boner candle, all of them. And then Whiff just went out of the stadium, across the parking lot, to the neighbor's house. Like it's just still there.
I think a lot of people aren't up as much as they'd hope to be.
It's crazy.
Hit the like button if I'm talking about you, or actually hit the like button.
Yeah, please hit the like button, because if 218 people here, 85 likes. God, I hate asking. I really do. It's so annoying when YouTubers ask, but I have to.
You appreciate videos like this. Let's get into it. The good and bad of Solana and the top airdrops to watch for max profit. There's really two main reasons why Solana is doing so well. Number one, its booming ecosystem. Solana DEX volumes surge with over 5.8 million traders driving growth. And then hand in hand with this,
look at, let's see. PENG, I got some of that. I got some Myro, got some Whiff. I lied. No, I don't have any Whiff. I wanted to get Whiff. I actually, you know what? I lied. I had these three and I got out of them. I don't know what these ones are. Does anybody have... Oh, Wen. I sold my Wen. Popcat. I saw that one. Some of these I don't know. I've never even seen these. Harambe. still got that gorilla. That's funny. Man, they're making meme coins everything, dude.
Meme coin ecosystem is exploding.
What?
Dog with Hat rises to become the third largest meme coin in existence.
He was just saying that. Crypto KJ was just
Why
saying that.
does Solana's price continue to go up? Well, Solana's DeFi landscape is witnessing an unprecedented surge, with its decentralized exchange recording monumental trading volumes and liquidity figures throughout this whole year. From the stellar growth in DEX volume, reaching a staggering 26.7 billion in March, to the drastic rise in the number of organic traders, the evidence points towards a thriving ecosystem. This revelation underscores the sophisticated dynamics at play within Solana's DeFi ecosystem. So both Solana users and Solana volume is just booming right now. This is just amazing to witness. I think most people think of Solana's ecosystem as what it was like around here, but really Solana is orders of magnitude better than it was. Solana is seeing record high monthly DEX volumes. Monthly volume on Solana has surpassed the $50 billion mark. The monthly revenue has also surged above 20 million in March from roughly 7 million in February. Although this activity is likely driven by the meme coin mania. Remember this. But speaking of revenue, because we're still talking about the bullish aspects of the Solana ecosystem, and again, reminder, I'm a Solana bull. I think Solana is going to do very well this bull market. It has done well. I think it's going to continue to do well. We'll get to a couple bearish catalysts in just a second, but still bullish, Solana's revenue. Revenue is so important to these crypto protocols. Cryptos with great revenue, high revenue, have a much better chance of making it. And Solana's revenue from March of 24 just surpassed 30 million. Solana even overtook DeFi blue chip MakerDAO, whose revenue was just 23 million for the same period. MakerDAO kind of seen as one of the ones that does really good revenue. Well, Solana just flipped it. Token Terminal predicts that Solana will overtake Ethereum. In fact, Solana will overtake...
You guys think that'll happen? See, the only thing that Solana has, I think, over Ethereum is like... Well, I lied. It's fees and speed, right? Be a bit faster, I would assume. I don't know. It's weird. It's like Ethereum's like the well-built chain that's like just kind of goes longer, stronger, I guess. And Solana's like that old Nintendo cartridge you get to pull out once in a while and put a little air into it. You know what I mean? Reset the system. But I don't know, man. The thing's being built on top of Solana. I feel like it's gonna give Ethereum a run for its money. 100%. It really is.
Take Ethereum in daily fees within the next 30 days. This is...
Actually, wait. I need to see something because I don't even know. Is Solana capped? Or are they infinite as well? Oh, they're infinite. Same thing. Okay. Well, I mean, it makes sense for a chain, right? Everything's built on top of it. It's not really like a coin. I mean, it is, but it is. I don't know. Whatever.
The chart of daily
Continue.
fees. You can see Solana down here. Token Terminal predicting that Solana's line chart will be higher than Ethereum's line chart. Solana will overtake Ethereum in daily fees within the next 30 days. What do you think? With all that being said, let's get into why this could be the end of Solana's price run. And obviously not the end of the price run in total, but like for instance, right now it's corrected Solana, but it's really only been about a 21, 22.
Making a flag. That's a flagpole. And we're gonna make the pendant.
2% correction.
Gotta happen.
And you'll recall earlier this year, Solana saw an almost 40% correction. With Solana being up about 1,000% since its bear market bottom, we're starting to see some things that usually occur when there's a local top. And more than that, a lot of people don't realize some fundamental pieces of news, some different things that I think are really going to impact the Solana.
What the hell is this? What is this face? Solana-based memes.
Ecosystem. So first of all, at the same time, when SBF has been sentenced to 25 years in prison, FTX.
You know something? Real quick. If you guys haven't seen this, I was going to mention it at the end. This right here, over on Anthony Pompliano's channel, Anthony Scaramucci was talking at the Bitcoin investor, whatever the hell it's called, Investor Day. And he actually mentioned something kind of interesting. And he was like, I don't know if we could, he's like, Gary Gensler, like, no matter how much you guys like can't stand him and hate him and all this stuff, right? He actually did something good because he really did flush out a lot of bad actors. And the way he puts it in that video is actually quite interesting. So I totally recommend you guys go listen to it. It's like a 30-minute, just kind of talking head back and forth video, like seminar thing. I didn't want to listen to it on a live stream, but if you guys want to listen to it tomorrow, we can. It's just kind of, it's one of those things, throw in your headphones and listen to it. It's pretty interesting.
Has begun to initiate the selling of their 7.5 billion locked Solana, or what was locked. Little information for you, the FTX bankruptcy estate is selling 41 million locked Solana tokens for 7.5 billion, according to reports from the block, citing multiple sources with knowledge of the matter. A little information about these sales. On Wednesday, Canadian crypto infrastructure firm Neptune Digital publicly announced that they had completed a strategic acquisition of 26,000 Solana at a price of $64 per token, representing a 67% discount to its market value at the time. Neptune said that 20% of these tokens will be released in March 2025, with the rest on a linear release schedule until January 28. So basically, what's about to change is there's going to be more sell pressure. While these tokens were once locked, now they are sold OTC, and these OTC buyers have the option to sell them. Now, the firm we just went over is basically going to be selling them linearly throughout the next year, meaning that they don't get all of them at once to sell. They just a slow trickle throughout the next year, and then they basically can sell. And if the price they bought the tokens for, the price of what was all the way down here, they're going to be up a lot. So the question is, will they sell? And it's obviously not even just them. Another one of FTX's creditors said FTX had sold some of their 10 billion sold tokens at a 70% discount. Like, I mean, you tell me. I think that this is significant. I don't think a lot of Solana holders know about this. Does this mean that after each OTC deal, the buyers of the discounted Solana are just going to immediately sell? Doesn't necessarily mean that, but they could sell some of it. They could sell the majority of it. We just don't know. You tell me what you think. But hey, Solana's ecosystem still doing well. The metrics speak for themselves. You can't take that away from Solana. True, but I think we're seeing a shift that a lot of people have not realized. Solana meme coin trading frenzy slows as base heats up. Remember, one of the big reasons why Solana's price hit $200 is because of stuff like this. And now, volume on Solana's decentralized exchanges has plummeted over the past week. Trading on the blockchain is dominated by meme coins. Well, the meme coin frenzy is kind of going to Ethereum L2s now that Ethereum just had that Denkun upgrade, which made creating tokens on L2s so cheap. So Solana's meme coin frenzy, which saw the blockchain briefly overtake Ethereum in terms of transaction volume, appears to be fizzling. The volume generated by DEXs on Solana has declined 61% over the past week. The drop is particularly steep on Radium DEX, Solana's largest decentralized exchange. Their trading volume fell 72% over the past week. And aside from stablecoins and aside from Solana itself, meme coins have been Solana's most popular tokens in March. So, and again, I'm just trying to keep things real with you. That's what we do on this channel. This could be the end in the short term of Solana's price run, or at least maybe we need a 40% correction like we saw back here. Either way, expect volatility. The only saving grace that Solana might have in the short term is this. I really haven't seen this happening on base. I'll be looking for it. I'm excited about Solana airdrops still. I don't participate in all of them because there are certainly so many of them.
Please be careful with airdrops. And if you guys see like any links for airdrops or like, just please verify with somebody before you guys just click on shit, because your wallets can get hacked stupid easy. Just
but one or two great airdrops can really, you know, set you up. So top Solana airdrops for April 2024. Get these on your radar. Check them out. Do more research. I'm gonna make a video in the future.
I don't even want to continue with this video talking about airdrops. If you guys are into airdrops, I mean, hey, listen, you can get a lot of money off them. Not hating, but at the end of the day, you guys need to understand the airdrops. There's a lot of malicious people that will just, you know, put malicious links rather into something that says this is an airdrop. Click on it and you're getting screwed. Anyways, recap time. $65,249 for Bitcoin. We have Ethereum at $3,292. Again, Solana's at $180, 179 actually as of right now. We got Matic at 89 cents. We got LTC at $102. Caspa is at 12.4. I actually put $500 into Caspa this morning because I think it's a good opportunity. It is building a flag, at least in my opinion. And if you look over here, Market Cipher, shout out to Market Cipher. This on the day right now, everything is coming down, right? So this, if this peaks out right here, if we get a green dot here, we're gonna have a what is this, bullish divergence, right? If I'm not mistaken, that's what you would call it. But if you look on the weekly, look at this flag. These are building, right? Building blocks. And this VWAP, if you can see it right there, the yellow is actually really low. So it's gonna have a nice up curve at some point. That's my opinion. Guys, do what you will. I don't care. I'm not a trader, not financial advice. Anyways, let's see. Anything else popping out as what's the biggest earner or loser of the week? Core, this Core coin, whatever this is. Again, I am not entirely sure what it is. $3.11. It is up 244%. That thing is insane. Absolutely killing it. Let's see. What are you guys saying in the chat? I still have my 10,000 Caspa mined with my GPUs. I haven't sold anything. I want my second-hand Lambo. Hell yeah, Cedric. That's what's up. That's what's up, buddy. Yeah, my one-up coin alerts aren't working, nor is my dashboard thing. So I get the crypto when you guys donate, but it does not alert for some reason. So again, Panera Cards, thank you so much for the Matic. Send me a couple bucks in Matic and LTC. You're awesome. And Mr. Dan R, did you send me something? He sent me Solana the other day, and you didn't have to do that. I really appreciate it, though. Thank you very much. Let me just see. Because now, I don't know why. I gotta, like, go through my Coinbase and, like, look to see what's in there. And it's lagging. Did you just send me Solana? Mr. Dan R? Dude. Perfect. Love you, buddy. Did you just do that? Did you just send me a Solana? Did you just send me an entire Solana? That just happened? That just happened? And this, why does this thing alert anybody? Why does this not happen? I don't get it. Did you just send that? Dan R. Man. Just adopt me. Just take me home. Just pick me up. Take me home. Dude, you're awesome. I love you, buddy. Thank you so much. You didn't have to do that. Well, you know what? Taking the kid to Chuck E. Cheese, so you just paid for it. I appreciate it. It is her 5th birthday today. Shout out to the wife. We've raised an amazing little girl, and she, I can't believe she's 5 already. It's crazy how fast time flies when you're a dad. It's like, it's surreal. It really is. Dan, thank you so much. And Panera Cards, you guys are freaking amazing. All of you guys, I appreciate you all the support, everything you guys do. It's amazing. Anyways, Joker Miner, you too, you're friggin' insane, and he donated a shit ton on Saturday Night Live, and I appreciate that as well. But anyways, guys, it's not about the money, it's about the education. I want to just at least put forth what I can to you guys. Make sure you guys know, don't panic. This is time to buy. That's how it works. Anyways, I'll catch you guys bright and early tomorrow morning. We're gonna get over and raid Miss Randy Hipper. She's gonna be live in about 5 minutes, so let's get over there and say hello to her. Smash the like button on the way out. Appreciate you all. See you at 8 a.m. Eastern Standard Time. Peace out. And happy birthday to Caveman Mining's daughter as well. She is literally born on the same day as my daughter and the same age. Peace, peace.